The pattern is locking in on another winter weather event for early next week, and the models are at war again on how big it gets. A piece of energy is going to cross the Rockies and develop a Colorado low by Sunday. Both the European and GFS agree on that setup. But from there, the paths diverge significantly. The European takes it further north into the Midwest as a moderate event with lighter snow through the Ohio Valley and the Northeast. The GFS takes it on a more favorable track for a bigger winter storm, dropping all snow through Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois, getting snow as far south as central Virginia and the I-95 corridor, and producing a more significant event across a wider area. The GFS ensembles show an 80% chance of at least an inch of snow from Pennsylvania through New Jersey and Long Island by Monday. The European ensembles are lower, but still show chances increasing from the Ohio Valley through the Mid-Atlantic and into New England by Tuesday into Wednesday. And behind the storm, another blast of Arctic air dives in, sending temperatures 20 to 30 degrees below average across the eastern seaboard. It's not just snow we need to watch either. Freezing rain probabilities are bumping up across the Central Plains into the Ohio Valley, and especially through the Appalachian chain from Virginia through West Virginia and Pennsylvania. Some of that icing threat extends as far south as North Carolina. This is your Thursday forecast for February the 26th, 2026, and winter is not done. By the way, if you'd like specific weather forecasts for your region or city, please leave them in the comments. I'll answer them individually as time allows. Also, if you like the video and subscribe to my channel, you'd be very grateful. Now, let's move on. Right now, the weather is relatively quiet compared to what we've been through, and that's a welcome break. A couple of winter weather advisories are up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan and the Tug Hill region of New York. High wind warnings and red flag fire weather warnings are posted across the northern Rockies and through the plains of Texas and Colorado, where gusty winds and dry conditions are increasing fire danger, but no major storm systems are ongoing. That changes over the next several days. The near-term weather starts with rain across the southeast today. A cold front is draped across the region, and showers are developing from Nashville and Huntsville through northern Mississippi and into the Carolinas. Charlotte, Raleigh, Greensboro, and the Triangle see a wet commute this morning. Birmingham, Central Georgia, and Columbia, South Carolina see rain continuing through today and overnight into Friday. Heavy rain picks up overnight from Columbia down through Montgomery, Alabama, and up through the Triangle of North Carolina. Friday afternoon starts to dry things out, though coastal Carolina may hold on to some showers as the system pulls offshore. Here's the southeast city by city for the rain. Nashville sees showers this morning. Huntsville and northern Alabama are wet. Charlotte and the Piedmont see rain through the day. Raleigh and Greensboro are soaked. Birmingham sees heavy rain tonight into Friday. Atlanta gets wet. Columbia, South Carolina sees heavy rain overnight. Montgomery, Alabama sees rain Friday morning. Chattanooga sees showers. The rain is welcome after the dry stretch, but some areas could see localized flooding. To the north, scattered snow showers and squalls fire off across parts of New England and the interior Northeast tonight. The Tug Hill region of New York and the Finger Lakes see accumulating snow. A few scattered snow showers work through the broader Northeast, but nothing significant. By Saturday, the cold air starts moving into position. A strong high-pressure system builds across the northern tier with very cold air sinking south behind it. The northern plains see snow on Saturday. Aberdeen, Bismarck, Sioux Falls, and the area south of the Twin Cities through Rochester and down into the Waterloo and Mason City region of Iowa have about a 75% chance of an inch of snow. The Upper Peninsula of Michigan sees some snow as well. This isn't a major event, but it's loading the dice for what comes next by getting the cold air into place. Now the main event. By Sunday, the energy crosses the Rockies. This is the classic Colorado low setup. The mid-level spin dives through the four corners, and as it crosses the Rockies, divergence aloft on the east side of the trough creates rising motion across the Front Range and the plains. A surface low develops. Where that low tracks from there determines everything. The European model takes the system further north. Snow breaks out Sunday afternoon across Iowa, northern Missouri, and Nebraska. It pushes east but dies off somewhat, producing a moderate event through the Ohio Valley and the northern Mid-Atlantic. Some snow reaches the southern Northeast, but it's not a blockbuster. The GFS model is significantly more excited. It has more moisture to work with. Snow begins Sunday afternoon from St. Louis northward through Illinois, Indiana, and southern Iowa. An icy mix develops across central Kansas and central Missouri. Rain falls from the Ozarks southward. By Monday, the GFS has a bigger winter storm for the Ohio Valley, with all snow across much of Ohio, Indiana, and Illinois. An icy mix hugs the Ohio River corridor. Snow gets as far south as central Virginia and West Virginia, pushes up through the I-95 corridor, and even tries to bring winter weather into North Carolina. Then by Tuesday into Wednesday, another shot of energy delivers more winter weather to the northeast. Now the GFS has earned some credibility here. It nailed the nor'easter when the Euro said it wasn't happening, and it held firm while other models backed off. That buys it some benefit of the doubt, but historically, the GFS tends to be more excitable with these systems, and the European has the longer track record of accuracy. My lean right now is somewhere in between, but probably a little closer to the European. Either way, both models show winter weather for the Ohio Valley and the Northeast early next week. The ensemble probabilities help narrow this down. The European ensembles show odds increasing for at least an inch of snow through northern Missouri, southern Iowa, Indiana, Illinois, and Ohio by Sunday into Monday. The odds bump up overnight Monday into Tuesday for the D.C. area, Maryland, and the Mid-Atlantic. By Tuesday night into Wednesday, the highest probabilities shift to Massachusetts, the Hudson Valley, northeast Pennsylvania, Vermont, New Hampshire, and down east Maine. The GFS ensembles are more aggressive. They show much higher percentages, peaking around an 80% chance of at least an inch of snow across Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Long Island by Monday. The probabilities extend through Connecticut, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts. Here's the city by city for the early next week winter weather potential based on the combined model data. The Midwest sees it first. St. Louis sees snow Sunday afternoon on the GFS, lighter on the Euro. Des Moines and Cedar Rapids see accumulation Saturday into Sunday. Kansas City sees a mix. Omaha sees snow. Chicago sees snow Sunday night into Monday. Indianapolis sees accumulating snow. Fort Wayne is in the zone. Milwaukee sees additional snow. The Ohio Valley is the battleground. Columbus sees snow on both models. Cincinnati is in the transition zone between snow and an icy mix. Dayton sees snow, Toledo sees snow, Cleveland sees accumulation, Louisville is in the icy mix zone along the Ohio River, Pittsburgh sees snow with some mixing possible. The freezing rain probabilities are highest through the Appalachian chain from Virginia up through West Virginia and into Pennsylvania. The Mid-Atlantic and Northeast depend on which model verifies. On the GFS, Washington, D.C. sees snow, Baltimore sees snow, Philadelphia sees accumulating snow, New York City sees significant snow, Long Island sees snow. On the Euro, the amounts are lighter and the track is further north. Either way, the I-95 corridor needs to be watching this. Hartford, Providence, and Boston see snow chances increasing by Tuesday into Wednesday on both models. Albany and Syracuse see snow. Burlington sees accumulation. Portland, Maine sees snow. The mountains of West Virginia see heavy snow. The freezing rain threat is the wild card. Ice probabilities are elevated from the Central Plains through the Ohio Valley and especially through the Appalachian chain. Virginia, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania have the highest icing probabilities. Even North Carolina could see some ice early next week. With the massive snowpack still on the ground across the Northeast from the blizzard, ice on top of compacted snow is the nightmare scenario. Behind the storm, another Arctic blast locks in. By Monday, temperatures across the Northeast could be 20 to 30+ degrees below average. Highs may stay well below freezing. Lows drop into the single digits and sub-zero readings are possible for some areas. The cold locks in through the start of next week. But there's light at the end of the tunnel. The Climate Prediction Center's 8 to 14-day outlook covering March 4th through 10th shows nearly the entire lower 48 with higher probabilities of above-average temperatures. Above-average precipitation probabilities extend through the heart of the country, the Rockies, and the Appalachians. We're entering meteorological spring on Sunday, March 1st, and the atmosphere is starting to shift. Out west, the Pacific Northwest continues its wet pattern with more storms rolling off the Pacific. The Cascades see additional mountain snow, especially favoring Washington state. The Rockies across Idaho, Wyoming, and Montana continue accumulating. The Canadian Rockies in British Columbia and Alberta see heavy snow. Sacramento and Northern California see more rain. but the fire weather risk persists across the southern plains. Red flag warnings across Texas and the plains of Colorado reflect the ongoing drought and gusty winds. Oklahoma, Kansas, and the Texas Panhandle remain in a dangerous fire weather pattern. Until the pattern shifts moisture into those areas, the wildfire risk stays elevated. The severe weather shift is coming, though. European ensemble probabilities for severe weather start bumping up by the middle of next week and into the 10-day range, specifically across Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Mississippi. Those are the classic early March severe weather zones. The La Niña to Enso neutral transition combined with warming temperatures and increasing Gulf moisture is going to fuel the start of severe weather season. The Deep South and the lower Mississippi Valley need to start paying attention. But we're not there yet. First, we have to get through another round of winter weather and another Arctic blast. The Northeast is still buried under the blizzard snowpack. More snow and potentially ice are on the way, and the cold isn't finished. Winter is holding on with everything it's got heading into March. See you in the next one.